Center consoles have completely changed the boating world. What started as simple fishing boats have now evolved into some of the most advanced offshore machines ever built, capable of running further, faster, and more comfortably than ever before. And in this video, we're breaking down the top 20 best center console boats on the market. But before we get into this list, I want to be clear about something. Next to each brand, I'm going to give you one specific model, and that model is not necessarily their biggest boat, not their most expensive, and not their newest. It's the boat that I think best defines what the brand is all about. The boat that built the brand's reputation. Because the biggest boat isn't always the best boat. And on this list, we're talking about the best. My name is Dylan, and let's get right into this video. So starting off at number 20 is a Robalo 302. Robalo has always been known for building reliable, versatile center consoles that appeal to a wide range of anglers, and the R302 represents that perfectly. This is the kind of boat that helped introduce a lot of people into serious offshore fishing. It's comfortable, easy to use, and gives you a very balanced mix between fishability and family use. That's what made Robalo so successful in the first place. Not every boat has to be a hardcore tournament machine. Sometimes the best boats are the ones that people actually enjoy owning and using every single weekend, and the R302 became one of those boats. Now at number 9, we've got the Blue Water 25T. Blue Water boats have always had a very loyal following among hardcore anglers. The reason is simple. These boats are practical. No unnecessary fluff, no overcomplicated layouts, just clean fishing platforms that perform. And the 25T became one of the best examples of that philosophy. This is the kind of boat that serious fishermen respect because it focuses on what actually matters on the water. Now coming in at number 18 is the KMOS 29-1. When KMOS entered the offshore market, people paid attention immediately, and the 29-1 quickly became the boat that represented the brand best. It's aggressive, fast, modern, and clearly built with tournament fishing in mind. Everything about this boat feels performance oriented. The layout, the speed, the fishability, it all comes together in one very refined offshore package. Now at number 17 is the Sportsman 28-2 Open. Sportsman absolutely exploded in popularity over the last few years, and the 28-2 Open became one of the biggest reasons why. This boat helped make offshore center consoles more accessible to a huge number of anglers. You got strong performance, modern styling, and a premium feel without the extreme pricing of some of the other competitors. That combination made Sportsman one of the fastest growing brands in the industry. Now at number 16, we've got the all-new Pathfinder 28 Hybrid. This boat completely changes how people look at hybrid boats. Before boats like this, most anglers felt like they had to choose between a true bay boat or a true offshore center console. The 28 Hybrid blurred that line completely. It gave anglers the ability to fish shallow water while still handling offshore conditions much better than some of these other boats. Now at number 15 is the Intrepid 37.5. Intrepid has always been ahead of the curve when it comes to innovation and design, and the 37.5 represents that perfectly. This boat became known for blending luxury, speed, and customization into one extremely refined package. Intrepid boats have always had a unique feel to them, very sleek, very smooth, very polished, and the 37.5 helps cement that reputation. Now at number 14, we've got the Pursuit S36.8. Pursuit built its reputation around combining luxury with serious offshore capability, and the S36.8 might be the best example of that balance. This boat feels polished the moment you step on board, but underneath all that refinement is still a very capable fishing platform. That's what made this boat so important. It showed that center consoles didn't have to feel stripped down to still be hardcore offshore boats. Now at number 13 is the Sea Hunter 45 VTS. Sea Hunter built its reputation around hardcore offshore performance, and the 45 VTS became one of those boats that truly defined the brand. This is a serious offshore machine. Fast, efficient, and built to run long distances in rough conditions. For anglers who fish far offshore, Sea Hunter earned huge respect because these boats consistently delivered where it mattered most, on the water. Now at number 12 is the Invincible 39 Open. Invincible completely changed the offshore market by proving that lighter, faster boats can still handle rougher conditions extremely well. The 39 Open became one of the most recognizable offshore center consoles in the industry because of that balance. This boat was built to cover serious water efficiently, and once people realized how capable these hulls really were, Invincible exploded in popularity. Now at number 11 is the Everglades 35.5 center console. Everglades built its reputation around safety, innovation, and ride quality, and the 35 center console represents all of that perfectly. From the ram cap construction to the extremely dry ride, this boat became known as one of the safest and most confidence-inspiring center consoles on the market. For a lot of owners, that peace of mind mattered just as much as performance. Now at number 10, we've got the Grady-White Canyon 33.6. Grady-White has built some of the most trusted offshore boats ever made, and the Canyon 33.6 became one of the most respected models they ever produced. This boat became known for ride quality, comfort, and reliability. Not flashy performance, not extreme speed. Just a boat that consistently handled offshore conditions extremely well year after year. That's why so many anglers trust Grady-White. Now at number 9 is the Scout 35 LXF. Scout helped push center consoles into the luxury world, and the 35 LXF became one of the boats that defined that movement. This boat is sleek, modern, and packed with high-end features, but what really made it important was how it changed expectations. After boats like this started becoming popular, people began expecting center consoles to deliver luxury and offshore capability at the same time. Now at number 8, we've got the Conch 33. This is one of the most respected underground offshore boats ever built. Conch boats built reputation the hard way, through performance offshore. The 33 became legendary among serious anglers because it focuses on what actually matters: ride quality, fishability, and simplicity. This wasn't a flashy boat, it was a fisherman's boat, and that's exactly why so many hardcore offshore guys respect it. Now at number 7 is a Regulator 41. Regulator has always been known for building tanks, heavy, solid offshore boats that inspire confidence in rough conditions, and the 41 represents that philosophy perfectly. This boat became one of the most respected rough water center consoles in the industry because of how planted and stable it felt offshore. When conditions got ugly, Regulator earned trust, and that reputation still exists today. Now at number 6, we've got probably one of the most popular brands, the Boston Whaler 37 Outrage. This boat helped redefine what a premium center console could be. The 37 Outrage blended offshore fishability with luxury and comfort better than almost anyone else at the time. And of course, Boston Whaler already had one of the strongest reputations in boating history when it came to safety and build quality. This boat elevated the entire category. Now at number 5, we've got the HCB 65. When this boat launched, it completely shocked the world. A giant luxury center console powered by multiple outboards with super yacht level features sounded insane at the time. But the HCB proved there was actually a market for it. This boat changed how manufacturers look at luxury center consoles forever. Whether people loved it or hated it, it pushed the industry into a completely new direction. Now at number 4, we've got the Yellowfin 36, and honestly for a lot of offshore anglers, this is the boat that defined the modern performance center consoles. Before Yellowfin exploded in popularity, most center console boats were either heavy offshore tanks or smaller fishing boats that sacrificed ride quality for speed, but the Yellowfin 36 changed that. This boat became known for combining speed, efficiency, fishability, and an absolutely legendary rough water ride into one package. It's extremely fast and the styling mattered too. The aggressive lines, the clean profile, this became the dream boat for a huge number of offshore fishermen. Even today, when people picture a high-end offshore center console, there's a very good chance they picture a Yellowfin, and specifically the 36. Now at number 3, we have the Valhalla V46. Valhalla entered into the center console world with massive expectations because of the Viking name behind it, and the V46 absolutely delivered that. This boat combined luxury level fit and finish with serious offshore fishability. Everything about it feels refined, but underneath all that refinement is still a hardcore offshore machine. The V46 immediately became one of the most talked about center consoles in the industry. because it represented what the next generation of premium offshore boats could become. Now at number 2, we've got the Contender 39 FA. This boat is legendary, and unlike some other boats on this list that became famous because of luxury or styling, the 39 FA earned its reputation through pure offshore performance. This is the kind of boat you see in the Gulf, the Carolinas, and the Northeast, anywhere serious anglers run long distances offshore in rough water. The 39 FA built its reputation through reliability, through fishability, and through years and years of anglers proving what this hull could actually handle. And one thing that made the 39 FA so respected was its simplicity. It wasn't trying to be flashy, it was trying to fish. And that's exactly why so many hardcore offshore guys still consider this one of the greatest center consoles ever built. And of course, at number 1, we've got the SeaVee 39Z. For a lot of serious offshore fishermen, this is the ultimate center console out there. Not because it's the flashiest, not because it's the biggest, but because of how perfectly balanced everything is. The 39Z became iconic because it combined everything offshore anglers care about into one platform. Speed, efficiency, fishability, ride quality, range, layout, everything just worked out for this boat. SeaVee built its reputation around hardcore offshore performance, and the 39Z became that boat that truly defined the brand. It's one of those boats that serious offshore guys instantly respect, and even years later, this hull still holds its own against modern boats entering the market today. That says everything. For many anglers, this is the best center console ever built. At the end of the day, the best center console depends on how you fish and what matters most to you. But every boat on this list helped shape the center console world in its own way. Now let me know in the comments below what would be your number 1 center console on this list. But we hope you guys enjoyed this boat video, and we'll see you in the next Barjack's Tackle video.